Hey YouTube, what's up? Real Manos here, and I'm reviewing today the DVD release from Marvel, Hulk vs. And I know it's a couple weeks since it came out that I'm reviewing this, but I haven't had a chance to really sit down with it. I rented it a week ago to give it a view, and I'm an old Marvel fan, and used to watch the Hulk TV show and read the comics, especially the Peter David years. And always interested in superhero cartoons. Essentially, if you haven't seen it, it's two short films with the Hulk fighting people. And it has nothing to do with Walt Whitman, so don't be fooled. And the end. That's how it goes. Long story, let's see, where do we go from here? The first one is actually, what the thing is, I shouldn't say the first one because they're interchangeable. I had the understanding that they were supposed to continue into each other, but they don't. They have nothing to do with each other at all. And I think they even have different directors because the animation style looks a little different. The animation style in the Wolverine one, I think, is better looking. But I think there's more story in the Thor one. Let me just continue on to this. The first one involves Wolverine. It's Hulk versus Wolverine, and he is rampaging through Canada for some reason. And it'd be really neat if he had maybe fought Rowstower from the Final Sacrifice from MST3K. Now that I would watch big time. But he doesn't, unfortunately. He runs into Wolverine, who is still an agent for Canada. He is sent. They fight quite a bit, and it's interesting watching Wolverine actually use his claws to stick people. I've never really seen him do that in animation. And he like sticks deep into his back. I mean, it's really kind of refreshingly violent. That fight's okay, and but everything's in. It's very typically Marvel team-up kind of thing, where they're fighting at first, and then they get broken up by the bad guys, and we get to dig into Wolverine's origin a little bit, which blurs a little bit from his comic book, the Weapon X origin, as well as maybe a little bit of the movie. Also, we see Sabretooth, Deadpool, Lady Deathstrike, and Omega Red. And it's okay. It's not bad. I hear a lot of people really liking Deadpool. I don't think he's that incredibly funny in the movie. I think he's on the level of Plastic Man humor as far as his wisecracks are concerned. I don't know. I never really got Deadpool. But the fighting's pretty good, and of course, Hulk and Wolverine escape from their clutches and start fighting them and destroy them. But it really doesn't have a really strong ending as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. It's a mixed bag. Now the Thor one, the animation isn't as tight, I thought, but it has a stronger story. Odin apparently goes to sleep for, I don't know, a year or something, every 100 years or something like that. Or a month, I can't remember the time. Anyway, he goes to sleep to do something, I don't know what it is, to rest up his godlike energies. And that unfortunately leaves Asgard without his protection, so everybody kind of gets together, and it's almost like an annual event. He goes to sleep, and then they're attacked by the forces of evil, and then they fight them, and then the forces of evil go on and back whatever they're doing, and he wakes up, and the whole thing starts over again. Gotta be really boring. But this time, Loki has an idea. He grabs the Hulk and separates Bruce Banner from the Hulk, and that's a classic Hulk trick where they're separated physically as well as emotionally. That happens a lot. I don't know. But anyway, he takes over the Hulk side with mind control and sends him in to start fighting everybody in Asgard. The fights are actually pretty enjoyable in that one too. And of course Thor's like, he recognizes the Hulk and doesn't understand, and then gets right to the heart of it. It's Loki. And, let's see. Loki kills Banner, and then he loses control of Hulk, so Hulk's just rampaging through Asgard. And then Thor and Loki have to go get Bruce Banner's soul, well, because He's still alive in the Hulk body, but his Bruce Banner body is dead, so he's half dead, half alive. So they have to go get his. Anyway, there's a lot of story in this like 40-minute film, but it's pretty enjoyable. I'd say both are worth a rental. Now, if you're a huge hardcore Hulk, Thor, or Wolverine fan, I might say you should get it, especially if you're a Thor fan, because Thor hasn't gotten too much love in either film or live action. So definitely, if you're a Thor fan, pick this up. If you're a Hulk fan, it's okay. He's not exactly the main character in each one of these. Wolverine's pretty much the main character in Hulk vs. Wolverine, and definitely Thor is the lead character in that one as well. So, if you're a Hulk fan, rent it. Or, I don't know, if you're a hardcore Hulk fan, just buy it. What the fuck. But I'd say each film separately gets 3 RAM chips, and the whole project together gets 3 RAM chips. It's not too bad. As far as voice acting is concerned, there's only 2 names I recognize. Steve Blum, who plays Wolverine, is terrifically cast. He also plays Wolverine in the new Nickelodeon cartoon. But I don't think they're connected continuity-wise. And Coy Burton, who is he's done cartoons for a billion years. He's done main characters. He's terrific. He plays, I think, the Professor. I believe that's the Professor, who helped create Wolverine or something like that. But everybody else I don't recognize. Good work though, and yeah, I'd say 3 RAM chips altogether for the project, and that's it. Push the button, Lindsay.